Good morning. Time to make the coffee. Well, this morning I broke out my Christmas mugs. It's the beginning of December, so I thought it was time. Just slowly decorating my way through the house, trying to make it as relaxing as possible. And I think today might be a good day to start the Christmas music too. I don't like to listen to it like for 2 months. Couple weeks, 2-3 weeks is plenty long enough. So it's going to be 51 degrees today. It's very, very foggy outside. And it's damp. I think we're going to get some more rain. Doesn't look like it's going to be a very sunny day. But that's all right. I don't think I'm going anywhere today anyway. So I may do a little more online Christmas shopping. I'm not sure about that. But I'll just have to see where the day goes. And I'm trying to be mindful in the way I'm living and live in the moment and not making too many plans, because that can drive me crazy if I'm always striving towards a huge plan. So I like to make little plans throughout the day, and I think that's a much simpler way of living, and that's what I'm striving for. Simple living. So let's see, today's flavor of coffee is pecan pie. No, it's not. It's cinnamon, and it's by Jim Beam. So I have this coffee cake creamer, and I'm really liking this. So I'm going to have some of that in here. And I thought the cinnamon coffee would be great with the coffee cake. I really like cinnamon, and cinnamon is very healthy for you. I think it's good for your blood sugar. But I don't know, do your own research on that, but I do know cinnamon is very good for you. And also, if you're trying to sprout seeds, if you put some cinnamon on the seeds, it'll cut back on the damping off and keep mold away. So, all right. I got this cup last year. I think it was at Family Dollar. And I really like it. And it's really appropriate. So, cheers. Oh, that's pretty good coffee with the cinnamon creamer. I haven't abandoned my chocolate caramel, but this gives me another alternative because it is very, very tasty. It's very rich and creamy. So I'm going to continue with my cleaning up today. I'm trying to keep things put away in their place, wherever that is, and rather than having things strewn about everywhere, which makes for chaos. I'm trying to avoid that and just keep things neat. So making things neat is the first priority, and then the second priority after I accomplish that in my rooms, then I will get to the cleaning. Because if you do everything all at once, it takes you forever. But if you daily clean up and keep your space picked up and cleaned up, then the cleaning part isn't as hard. It becomes easier because you don't have to do 20 things before you actually get to the cleaning process. So anyway, that's my strategy for now. And I'm going to enjoy my coffee, and I will meet you at the budget book. Okay, here we are back at the budget book. Yesterday I did spend money. I bought a couple things on Amazon, Christmas gifts. Nothing big. I'm trying not to spend a lot of bucks on Amazon, but I will continue to shop on Amazon. That's not going to change. But I am keeping it to a reasonable amount that I can pay. So I think as we live on a lower income, sometimes you just have to stretch your budget that way. Again, I'm always saying rob Peter to pay Paul, because a lot of times we just can't get ahead of it. And I know a lot of people are really good at living on a really low budget, but then there's always things that come up that you have no control over. So you don't want to just live your life just keeping up with everything. You want to live your life so that you can have some fun with your money too. So if that means, you want to take a trip and you want to pay it off, there's nothing wrong with that. Or if you want to buy something that isn't too expensive and you want to pay it off, like that's what I did with my microwave. And I'll just make the payments and pay no interest because I got it same as cash. So I do that a lot, where I will buy something that I need, and then I just pull back on some other things that I don't need or don't want. So that's how I manage my budget, and so far I've done pretty well my whole life this way. And yes, I've gotten into debt, I've gotten out of debt, I've gotten back into debt. So it's something that happens, and depending on what's going on with situations in your life, sometimes that happens. Sometimes you need a new car and you don't have the cash for it. And you don't have the cash for it because the cash was never there to save up. So we have to be realistic about how we spend our money too. And then just not feel guilty all the time. And even if you buy yourself something nice every once in a while, that's okay too. Enjoy it and don't feel guilty about it. At least that's my philosophy. Now, a lot of people won't agree with me with that one, and that's okay. If you enjoy nose to the grindstone and you only get what, you absolutely have to have, and you like to save up your money and keep it in an account somewhere, that's great too. We're all different. Some of us like to save a lot. Some of us like to spend a lot. And then there's those people in the middle that save and spend. And I kind of consider myself somebody somewhere in the middle. I'm always able to pay my bills. I've never defaulted on a bill in my life, nor do I intend to. So it works for me. So anyway, I don't plan to go anywhere today, but like I said, I might do a little bit of Christmas shopping online. Not a whole lot, because like I said before, everybody's getting money, which is what they like, and it's what I like to give. That way everybody does their own thing. So, okay, that's it for the tips that I have today, and those tips might work for some of you and not work so much for others of you. So if you want, leave me a comment and let me know how you spend your money and what you think works for you. All right, I will be back. 101 Days to Simplify Your Life by Candy Paul. Day 30. Appreciate the little things. I will praise the Lord God with a song and a thankful heart. Psalm 69:30. The smell of coffee brewing in the morning, a hug and a kiss before you leave for work. The perky daisy that sits proudly in a vase on your desk. A smile and a hello from a friend, taking your shoes off and relaxing for a few minutes after a long day. The sound of crickets outside as you fall asleep on a summer night. Small things make up the simple life. Big events are few and far between. But the little things make life worth living. Appreciate each gift and acknowledge that it comes from the hand of God. Think about the little things you love about your life and thank God for them. I would even write them down in a list. That's what I do sometimes. Start a thankful jar or a thankful book, notebook, and see how happy it makes you. I really enjoy my cozy kitchen. I try to make my house as cozy as I can, especially on dreary days. I like to light my pretend fireplace. I like to light my candles. And I make myself a nice day. Okay, for tonight's meal, I have half an onion here. It's a sweet onion. I bought this at, I think it was Walmart or Aldi's. I can't remember which. I think it was Aldi's. Well, it was $3.49 anyway. It's been in the fridge for a while. So it's American cheese. And then I have 2 Impossible burgers here that were in my freezer. So what I want to make tonight for dinner is a patty melt. So I'm going to use this marble rye, and then I'm going to make some frozen French fries with it and saute these onions. So I think that'll make a delicious meal. All right, I have a little butter in the pan, and I'm just going to slice up this onion fairly thin. And just fry it up. Okay. Easy peasy. And I have this on medium heat. And I just want to caramelize these a little bit. I'm not going to cook them a real long time. I just want to soften them up. So I'm going to let those cook down. And then I'll be back. Alright, I don't like the burgers very thick. I hope you can see these. Yes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to roll them out a little thinner. And I have this smokehouse maple. It's really good for burgers. So I'm going to season this burger with that. And then I'm just going to put the paper back on, and I'm just going to roll this a little thinner. And I got this little roller, I can't even remember where, and I'm going to make this more of an oval shape since the bread is kind of oval. And it'll fit the bread a little bit better. So I like thinner burgers as opposed to thicker burgers. So I'm just going to let my onions continue to cook. And then I'm going to throw my burger in here. And then I'll season the other side of the burger. So I'll be back in a little bit once I get it in the pan. Alright, this is cooking up nicely. Going going to season this side a little bit too. And these onions are about done. And then I'm going to do the exact same thing with the other burger patty. Right, now I'm going to assemble my burger. I'm going to turn the heat down a little bit. I have here buttered rye bread. And I'm going to add some of this American cheese. And however much you want to put, that's fine. Some of us like a lot of cheese, some of us not so much, some of us don't like cheese at all, which I find really hard to believe. So I'm going to go ahead and put a burger patty on here. And this is enough for 2 meals. And then you can put mustard on here. You can put anything you want on there. Now I'm going to use the whole half of an onion on mine because that's the way I like it. And I have more onion so that I can cook more for the other burger patty. So I'm going to go ahead and let that cook for a little bit. You can cover it so that the cheese melts if you want to. But I'm just going to let that toast up a little bit and then I'll be back. I need to put my fries in the oven and then dinner will be ready. Okay, I think my burger is about ready to assemble. And then these are the fries I'm making. I really like these Alexia crispy rosemary fries. So I'm going to have that with it too. And I'll be back when I get this all plated up. Right, well, dinner is ready and I'm excited to eat it. Here it is. And these French fries are so good. If you haven't tried them, the Alexia rosemary frozen fries, they are really, really good. So here I have some olives that need to be used up. I have some stuffed with cheddar and some Kalamata olives. And then I have my patty melt. I think that looks delicious. So let me give it a try. I always loved patty melts. Those were always one of my favorite burgers. And this is just thick enough. I'm going to have another bite. Yummy. So good. So that's my dinner for tonight. I'm going to go ahead and eat this, and then I'll be back. Well, I'm here in my bathroom, and here is another thing that's broken. I just can't get ahead. So anyway, I got to this thing here, when I went to turn it on, the light switch, it started to spark. So now I have another text out to the handyman. That's why I'm using this lamp, because I can't turn that on and, catch my house on fire. So anyway, here we go. Another honeydew thing. I think my handyman's going to get mighty tired of me sending him texts. So as you get older, it gets harder and harder to maintain things, because not only am I getting older, but my house is getting older too. So, but I'll get it fixed. Certainly don't want a fire. Okay, well, dinner was good. I really enjoy a good patty melt every now and then, and I'm so happy that the Impossible Burger fits that criteria. I like the Impossible Burgers, and I know some people say, oh, fake meat, don't eat that. But, most of us, if we look at the ingredients in our food, most of us eat a lot of junk, whether we like it or not. So, unless you eat only clean food, which means only food that has not been processed at all, and food that hasn't been tainted with fertilizers or anything like that. It's the way of the world nowadays, unfortunately. That's why I like to grow my own greens in the garden. But, the rest of the year, I don't always eat organic. If I find it on sale or cheap, then I will buy it. But most of the time, organic is pretty expensive, so I guess it's a trade-off. But anyway, yeah, so I've got another repair that needs to be done, and that one is kind of important because, like I said, I don't want to burn my house down. So I ordered a wall mount unit for my new TV. So I'm going to have that put up too. But like I said, I've been talking about getting rid of this armoire now forever and a day, and it's still there. So, but I'm working on it, trying to get in touch with different charities that might pick it up. The thing is, a lot of the charities, you get a voicemail and then you have to wait and wait if they call you back. Sometimes they do, but most of the times they don't. So it's kind of I don't know, not easy getting rid of big furniture. So lesson learned, don't buy any more big furniture. So I'm going to finish I had a second cup of coffee today, which I usually don't have, so I'm going to finish that. And then I'm happy that I have another burger for tomorrow. I still have more onion, I still have more rye bread, and I have lots of French fries, so I may have the same thing again tomorrow. I don't know, we'll see, or I'll skip a day and have it in a couple days. Sometimes I don't like to eat the same thing sequentially. I like to, mix it up and have something else in between. It just makes it a little more palatable to me. So it was a really dreary day today. And I thought I would take a nap because I've been up since 4. Well, it was 4:30. And, but no go. I couldn't fall asleep. So I just relaxed for a little bit. I don't worry about it. I don't stress about it. I figure if I wake up on my own, then I've had enough sleep. So, but sometimes I do take a nap. Sometimes I will fall asleep in the afternoon. But it's good just to have a rest. You don't always have to go, go, go. And it's Sunday today, so God said it's a good day to rest. So who am I to argue with that, right? So that's mainly what I did today. I'm dragging my feet in as far as getting down my Christmas decorations, because I have to move some things around in my garage in order to pull the stairs down. It's like the I don't know what you call it, you know, where you have the attic and you pull down the stairs. And that's always a pain in the butt because the stairs are heavy. And of course, the older I get, the heavier they get. So really the only thing that I store up there are Christmas things. And my little Christmas tree I store in the basement now, so it's easier to put that up. But my nativity and some of my other things are up in the attic. And I do need to go through that again and get rid of more things, which is on the list of things to do eventually. But for now, my main goal is to get my house organized, the spaces where I live. So that means I have to juggle around a couple of beds. I want to put a bigger, more comfortable bed in one of the bedrooms upstairs for my mom. If she wants to come and spend the weekend with me, I'll have a place for her. There's a bed in there now, but it's kind of a small bed. It's like a chair that you pull out into a bed. So, I mean, she would fit. She's a little tiny woman. But I just want to give her something a little more comfortable. But I can't move the bed, so I'm waiting for the grandsons, and sometimes you just have to wait, like for the handyman. So it's okay, you know, everybody's busy, and I'm just thankful that people help me at all, so I'm not going to complain. So, all right, my friends, well, it's still gloomy out, and it's raining. So I think I'll go relax a little bit more, maybe watch some YouTube, maybe watch a movie. I watched the Indiana Jones movie yesterday, and poor Harrison Ford, he's getting up there, and I think they used, well, I know they did, they used AI in a lot of the scenes where he was younger, and you know, it was more like he looked like in Raiders of the Lost Ark. And then they had another segment where, okay, he's an old guy now, and he's still going on a last adventure. I don't know if there'll be any more, but it was okay. You know, it wasn't a terrible movie, but it wasn't as good as the others were. I mean, the heroine in here, she kicked everybody's butt, and you're usually used to him doing that. So, but I think his butt-kicking days are over. That's what I'm thinking. So anyway, my butt-kicking days are over too, and it's okay. I'm okay with that. So, all right, my friends, I want to wish you abundant blessings. I love you guys. Be good to yourself. Be good to others. God bless you, and I'll see you next time. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe, comment, and like. It helps my channel grow. Don't forget to share. Thanks for watching.